Dude, one that actually kind of shook me a little bit was the whole one that happened in Vegas, you know, where it landed in the guy's backyard.
Oh, right. They called the police.
Yeah.
And they said there was two big guys that they landed back here. And the police show up and they look and like, don't call us again. We don't deal with this shit and none of this shit. And then I just
everybody's trying to look in the video like, where are they? Where are they? Oh, this is the alien. No, this is the alien. It's like,
what the fuck?
But then what was the weird part is the kid that was the one on the video was like, I can't really talk about it. And then a week prior, he said a lady at a gas station, I think, told him that there's going to be something in your backyard, whether it was like someone from the government or it was like a psychic medium or whatever it was. But that's all he said. Like someone told him this was going to happen. And then it happened. And then all of a sudden he's trying to explain it on TikTok and it's like he can't really divulge that much information.
Really?
And he was really kind of like dodgy about all the questions. So he got...
No way. Now we got to look this up.
But then it's just like, well, you got to think, like, is this doubt, intentional? Do they want you to think someone's after him and that you shouldn't talk about it? Or is someone actually really after him? Like, you kind of got to think about... Yeah, okay, so that circle as well, that was in his yard.
The streaks.
Yeah, no, it's that one. Yeah, so that one, the circles in his yard,
Southern Nevada is
where they said the craft landed and all that stuff, and it's evidence of the landing. That was actually, they Google Earthed that, and those circles were already there before that happened. Oh. So that kind of nipped that in the bud.
Oh,
but everything else is a little weird.
Report generated a global response.
But the fact that it's on the news,
right? It's
who knows, dude.
Sometimes I think the government is like a magician.
They're fucking with you.
Yeah. Like, you know how the magician is doing something, and then meanwhile he's got a card right here, and he just picks it up, and he just, here you go. This is the card you're looking for.
Well, George Knapp, so it's.
Oh yeah, he's in the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, George Knapp.
He's been talking a lot about crazy shit like that.
UFO filmmaker.
And bits and pieces that don't make sense. But
the whole goal for the government is to give you all sorts of information so you don't know what to believe. That's the whole...
Yeah. Way, just overload on information. And sometimes, you ever like looked at like national security theory or national security strategy? And like the Illuminati. Mm-hmm. Joe Rogan said this first, and then I kind of thought about it more, and I it kind of makes sense where like you do want Illuminati, you do want this secret organization running the government in America, because if China has an Illuminati and they're more powerful than our Illuminati, we're fucked. We do need to keep certain things secret. Otherwise, the whole world's going to have it, and then we're getting invaded by some other country now.
Right. And that's what I think about like UFOs and technology and all that stuff is of course you got to keep these things at wrap. You can't have high energy weapons in the hands of somebody else.
Right.
And I think a lot of it was... I think, we do have a lot of crazy technology and stuff, but I think on the early days especially too, we had a lot more than we said we did to freak the other countries out. Mm-hmm. I think that a lot of conspiracy starts because, we have UFOs, cool, but we don't really want to tell anybody that, but we want to make them believe that all this other stuff. But think about it. If you're trying to freak your enemy out, I'm going to tell you I found crazy technology that can blow up your whole country.
Right.
Like, that's what I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm going to say, oh, yeah, I found aliens. And I have a laser that's going to blow your laser out of the water. That's something I would do.
Yeah.
Like, if I was a country, it's like, it's easy. So you got to think about how much of this shit was actually made up to freak the other guy out.
Yeah. Information warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I heavily believe that we have UFOs. It's nothing crazy to think about, Scientists are, years ago, I think like 10 years ago, they said they think they found the edge of the multiverse and other dimensions and all this theories and stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's far more believable and tangible than it is. We came from a magic man.
Well, like,
who knows?
A lot of those ideas about where we are and where we come from, you go far enough, and then everything kind of gets like a mystery. It's like, how do you connect these dots? Like,
well, at the end of the day, nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Nobody
knows.